Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today, before I do the actual series that we're going to do, I'm going to finally make another pre-series announcement video before, like I said, I do the actual series that we're going to do. That has been kind of the norm for these videos. However, for a little while you guys have not seen a pre-series announcement video, mainly because there ain't really anything I need to go and tell you. And things I do need to tell you, well, don't take long to tell about, and it shouldn't take too long in the video. That kind of is the case here, guys. However, I've still gotta get everything prepared. I've got most things ready to do the video I'm going to do. However, there still is one more thing I gotta do, and it has to wait. I have to wait till my mother gets out of the thing she's trying to do real quick before I can actually do that. Um, today's video is gonna be a let's mostly play. No, let's mostly play a let's play of Castle Crush. And let me go and say this, guys. I know the video started out kind of terribly, but I've only been awake for like 5 to 8 minutes or so, and I've been seriously working crazily. That's why it may seem like I'm tired of snot right now, because I just flipping woke up again. But again, I actually accidentally slept past the starting time for the storm mode, and it's already 11:09. Actually, no, 11:19, and it's already 1 hour of our time with the storm mode gone. Well, one of the reasons I'm so paranoid about doing it is because a lot of the time when the storm mode comes up, we have a lot of big issues. Most of the time, something annoying will happen. Like our internet going out late at night, or, ironically enough, an actual storm happening the same day as we're having the storm mode. Like, there's just a bunch of things you have to worry about. The storm thing wouldn't be that big of a deal if there wasn't a risk of, well, let's say, I ain't gonna say it because I don't want to freak myself out, but let me just give you an example. I'm gonna just quickly show you guys. This, right, just watch the background for a minute. This is why I'm so worried about doing waiting too late to do storm mode. Especially during an actual storm, this might happen. That. Can you guys tell what that is? I don't want to freak myself out, because honestly I get freaked out so easily. Especially after I just woke up and I want to already give myself paranoia. But that's exactly the point I'm trying to make. Well, let me go and say, that's the reason why I'm worried today. Not only, let me go and say this real quick, guys. They're just calling for a pretty bad storm today. While, as I saw online, they weren't really calling for anything like a thunderstorm. They were calling for a lot of rain and pretty heavy wind. And there's a chance that what you saw there in the background could happen today. And even if it doesn't, we were having decently bad connection issues just last night. So, we're not really in a good place right now. For you guys that don't know, it's actually storming. They are calling for a very bad storm today. However, somewhere in Florida, I talked about something similar this years ago in one of my Let's Talk episodes. If you don't remember the Let's Talk episodes, they were in some of my oldest videos. Ones where I was actually still using a phone to record everything. Now I use a computer to do it, but back then I had to use a phone only, and that was to record my gameplay and everything else. But, yeah. In one of those episodes, I talked about a certain very bad storm. I believe that was called Hurricane Irma. That was happening, I think, like somewhere, like, I don't know where it was happening at, but they were calling for a very bad hurricane around around in different areas. And while we wouldn't really gonna get, I don't think we were gonna get directly affected by it. We were still getting some of the aftermath from it, like wind, rain, and all that stuff. Well, guys, the same thing is kind of happening here, except this time, um, there's another hurricane thing they're talking about called Hurricane Ian. And just like with Hurricane Irma years ago, while we're not going to get hit by it, we are still getting a lot of the aftermath from it. Particularly a ton of rain and a bunch of wind. In fact, when I asked Google last night, it said we were going to get 28-mile-per-hour winds just today. And that's one of the reasons why I always try to do storm mode as early as possible. A lot of the bad things that always happen to me seem to ironically happen when the storm mode is on in the game. I don't know why, but ironically enough, that's what always happens. So, that's why I always focus on trying to record early. Today we're having a very bad storm, and I don't know if it's going to get worse. I don't know if it's going to stay about what it is. Right now, it ain't bad at all. It ain't windy at all, and it ain't much windy, and there ain't no rain or no nothing like that. Like I said, guys, it ain't just the fact that it's storming outside. Like I said before, as long as it ain't thundering or lightning, I really don't care. Heck, if it's thundering, I don't care as long as it ain't loud thunder. But if it's loud thunder, combined with the lightning, combined with the wind, you have a recipe for freakouts. And to you guys, that may be hilarious, but y'all just may think I'm a flipping lunatic. Although, who am I kidding? Y'all probably do anyway, knowing me. I mean, seriously, almost every video I do is, "What the gay frick? Go suck my gay balls! Go kill your ugly, gay, stupid family!" And one of my videos, I actually pulled out the very bad R word. Let me go and say this, guys. For anybody that did actually hear me say the very bad R word, I am so sorry. I'd never ever want to pull that out. That's why I kept telling you guys I would try and never say the R word, and I accidentally did. And no, it's not just a random word like roof, roof, like kind of like a dog or something like that. But it's a lot worse. I'm surprised my YouTube channel didn't get taken down for it. But I don't know, guys. I've tried to keep my calm for these episodes. It's just not easy when it comes to certain things. Because certain games I have a lot of... Well, I think it's different depending on the game you're playing. The only time I really get mad Evo Pop is when I get blown off the map right off the bat when a battle starts. Or when the championship is on in that game. Because I actually want to try winning the championship and try getting as many things as I can. Plus, well, it ain't just that game. Castle Crush is one of them big ones that I accidentally do get very angry at. But Castle Crush is one of them games where, like, I need to do certain things in order to have a lot of fun in it. You guys know that my favorite thing to do in Castle Crush is to make troops giant, such as the Mud Elemental, Fire Elemental, Ice Elemental, or Dragon or Phoenix or anything like that. And that's why I always play the Storm mode and do that a lot more often. Because that's the only easy way I'll ever be able to make a giant dragon or giant anything. Because over time, they'll grow bigger. I made a pretty big Fire Elemental, Mud Elemental, and a decently sized Ice Elemental the last time the Storm mode came up. However, I want to see how good we can actually do. I'm going to try playing the crap out of Storm mode every week that it shows up. We got lucky for it to show up this week, but it may not show up next week. I don't know, we've gotten pretty lucky about it showing up almost every week now. Sometimes it doesn't, though, and we might not get that lucky. I've been wanting to try to do other game modes, such as the nature mode. However, it's not really the easiest thing either. Like I said, one of the big reasons I get so angry at that game is because people ruin the fun I do have. Whenever I try to Well, one of my favorite things to do in the storm mode, obviously, just sit there and let the troops get bigger and bigger and bigger. However, they can obviously, get killed, and then, well, then all that stuff you sat there and worked for is now gone. So, yeah. The biggest reason why I get so angry at the game is because people ruin my fun. Either, well, stuff like what I just said will happen. That or people will just be complete idiots or jerks. Like I said, we've had several people I've played against that would just use stuff like meteors, wind, ice, rage, and all that. Like nothing that's really a troop of their own, but that would hinder you in every way possible and do damage to your castle. Like shooting them, like using the wind to push you backwards towards your castle, and then using the meteor right after to hurt troops very badly and do massive damage. And for using somebody with the skeleton like I like to do, well, they're dead in one hit. And the same thing if you have a phoenix that's in its egg. The phoenix, I think even like +7 probably wouldn't be able to survive anything from that. I tell you this, guys, the game mode I'm trying to unlock, not the game mode, the troop I'm trying to unlock right now is the Necromancer, because he's supposed to keep everybody you have revived. So that means as long as he's alive, I can keep my fence alive, even if he goes down. Because he'll come right back, and the same thing for people like the Mud Elemental, and that would really help me if I've already got a giant Mud Elemental on with me. Having the Necromancer combined with the Storm mode, that would actually be pretty amazing. And pretty broken. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have it yet. Neither do I have some of the other ones, like that one that says, "Fight for your queen." By the way, if you're wondering who the freak that is, that's the Skull Queen. Could you not tell by the "for your queen" part of the line? Granted, is there any other queen characters in the game? I actually don't think there is. But hey, whatever. Anyway, guys, there is one more thing I gotta do before I go and get started with the video. There wasn't too much I had to go ahead and say, but I did want to go ahead and get any announcements out of the way. That way I could actually be ready to start a video in a few minutes whenever I actually do it. I'll see you guys in a few minutes whenever I start the video. So, until next time, everyone, I want you guys to be the very best, like no one ever was. And I'll see you guys for the next video. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye-bye, everyone.